What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilkin. I'm coming back with more Damachi. And today, if you didn't see the video this morning, number one, shame on you, go watch that. Number two, yes, I did finally pull Tiona. We basically won, or say we, the royal we, did a one and done multi-summon on the banner. I was lucky, I got her. Now what do we do with her? Well, I already have her at level 80. We already did her skill upgrades this morning. But I have a problem. And that is, let's go back in here, of course, a similar problem that I kind of always have had. Now, thankfully, we have a solution, and it's awesome. But if we go into our ability board, I am a bit low on items for this ability board. As you can see here, I've got to use lower-end items in order to upgrade my higher-end stuff. So when I go over here now, I've got to basically combine insufficient items, and that'll quickly chip away at my reserves here, so to speak. Now, there are a couple of solutions to this, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. Past that, I don't really want to go much lower than that on my lowest end items. So, like right here, see, I'm out of the D8s, I'm out of the D6s, but I got plenty of the D4s. If you don't know, these are dice. That's a D12, that's a D8, 12-sided die, 8-sided die. Standard 6-sided die, and then a 4-sided die. If you didn't know, now you do. That's literally what these are, and I think it's actually awesome. So if I go to unlock this one and I combine insufficient items, I literally just don't have enough now. But there's an easy solution to this. Now, the reason I don't have enough is because I've spent so much getting some of these other units all the way up to the top. I finally have Artemis completely out to board 2, and some of the units that I use all the time out there. But in the olden days, a couple months ago, we would not have had a recourse for this. But now we've got two big ones. Number one is obviously the new Abyssal Exploration. So if you go down here and you run this, you can get tons of these rewards, and it is super worth. And I will tell you right now, the team that I have here can actually auto-battle this with ease. It's great. That Artemis was one of my best investments, like, ever. So, super worthwhile. Love it. And this team, you know, can auto-battle this with precision. In fact, we do need to go back in there. We need to retest lead. I keep forgetting to do that because I never gave him a proper, thorough testing. We'll do that coming up shortly. The other thing that's really unique to the current event that's kind of run, I won't say unique. Most events have had this. But if we go into the box gacha here, in our current lineup, we can actually infinitely farm the lowest end item. We can infinitely farm those D4s of all types. And I think there's like, what, 15 to 20 of each one that you can acquire. So we can actually go in here. Now, that's a draw 1. Get out of there. Case in point. Or I can go down here to a draw 100 and do a whole bunch at once. Now, that is, what was the cost on that? Let's see here. So the sum total cost on these is like 5,000 for 100 items. And there's 300 total in the lineup. So we have a new lineup here. So if we go down here, I can get, even more than I thought, 30 of each, which is a huge, huge, huge thing. So 3 of those full doodads, summons, because they are summons technically, and I will have this maxed out. Now I'm on round 17, and I've been on this round since round 6. But here's the thing. I'm not quite ready yet. Because if I go over here to boss battle, I have 4,000 tickets I've never spent. And I completely, for the last week or so, haven't really been farming this like I should. So I'm going to go ahead and do all these skips, clear all that out. And now we're going to do some box gotchas and see how far we can get the Tiona unit just with the items we have. Of course, I did a single summon there. So let's go ahead and take this up to 100, and let's burn these. I've got 300,000 of these, so it's going to take a minute, but we're going to burn through this. So we started with round 16 with 100 items left. Let's see how far we can get. So currently, this should be the last one in round 17, and then we'll reset to round 18. So we're already a round and a third in. So let's see here. Also, if you didn't see my video earlier, basically that this heart crest right here, this is super awesome right now and really good for this unit. And so if you have Tiona or plan to get her in sometime in the near future, it's well worth farming these, because being her specific item, it's a really good buff to her. Plus, I was earlier trying to farm these up so that we could basically max out her damage. Now, I still maintain that kind of going after the locks would be super worth, but I can't justify the sheer cost of doing that, because the cost is so extreme. All right, so we're now around 20 now. It's crazy. I think on the last one of these, we finished off in like round 34, I want to say, or something like that. Maybe it was a couple ones ago, but anyway, like, it is super worth farming these. Round 21, we started on 2/3 of the way through 16. For all intents and purposes, let's say 17. So let's see, mathematically speaking, at the end of round 21, we will have what? 30 times, well, we'll have a couple hundred more of these, and we're still just have only basically seen the tip of the iceberg. So let's keep going. We'll see how many of those items. We had like 200, what was it, like 250 or so when we started this. It is only, unfortunately, the smaller items, but the smaller items do add up pretty quickly. Now, honestly, for me, when it comes to doing the D8s, the larger items, I'm probably going to go run a couple of the Abyssal Explorations, just do a few of those, because those get pricey. Like, those will cost you quite a bit, but I want to see how far we can get here, just because I really do want to see what Tiona has in her pocket. So, round 24. Let's see. And we're still only, we're only a third of the way through all of these. That's kind of why I'm yakking and trying to fast track this sucker. There we go. You can probably hear me back here mad clicking on my mouse. I'm going to wear out the button on my mouse just on this video. It's actually not true. All right. 194,000. Let's keep going. Remember, it's 5,000 per summon. So 300,000 of these summons is going to go out. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. I really wish they would add one in here where you could do like 1,000 of these. It would make life so much easier. But most people probably don't farm up an insane sum of these like I do. Or, you probably do these like every other day or something like that instead of waiting a couple of weeks and then going. Now, the whole point in this is to show you how worthwhile it is to farm this, because even if you didn't have Abyssal, or you can't auto run Abyssal, you're not quite there yet in the game or whatever, this is a great way, a quick and easy way to just very quickly farm up all of these items that you could use, even if you don't have the larger D6s and D8s. So you could still use these smaller D4s in order to upgrade those units. So it is a major. We're about halfway through, a little more than halfway through now. So stick with me, or you can fast forward, I guess. It is YouTube, or heck, you can watch this double time. It is what it is. In fact, I would recommend doing that. Don't skip ahead. Watch this double time. That helps my viewership and my retention. All right. We are now on round 30. We're literally almost twice as far into this as when we started. So that is phenomenal. Let's keep going. And I'll actually show you real quickly how you can farm this up real quickly and make maximum use of your time in game here. So, number 1, let's finish this up. Number 2, we'll go cover that. So we're almost done here. We're in the last 100,000. Okay? Yep. Round 32. So we're now literally at this point, we are twice as far as when we started. So let's keep going. Almost done here. 84,000. Be 80,000 now. Pretty close. Not quite right at 80,000. All right. Bam. Getting there. Getting there. Just a second, guys. All right. So we're now on round 34. We're well over twice as far as we were when we started this. And once again, I'm going to show you guys how to like effectively like get the most out of this. So, moving on. And like I said, this is indefinite. You could farm this literally forever. There is no end to this. You can go to round 365 if you really had the time and energy. I definitely don't. And don't forget, even doing your daily events still yield you tickets. So if you haven't checked this in a minute, go check it. Go check now. So, here we go. We're in the last 35,000. Bam. And we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We'll be at just under 20,000 now. Yep. Round 37. I think this is the highest I've ever farmed in an event like this. But since they added all these small items in there, it's just stupid worthwhile. Just incredibly worthwhile. All right. And we got one more, and it's not going to be a complete one. Bam. Round 38. Actually, you know what? I don't quite have enough, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's see what we get. And we got a bunch of the D4s here. So, very worthwhile. 216 left in the lineup, and we're not done. Because if you want to farm these up, so let's go ahead and show you here real quick. If I go into boss battle, I have 10 tickets there. And if you want to farm this up real fast, number one, do your daily quests. Number two, come over here to story quest. And if you can, every single day, I'm going to start up here. Go up here and just skip this. Okay? And then go over here and skip this and just do this all the way down the line. So let's see how many tickets we get just from this real quick. This is, let's see, 30 stamina per. And we have what? Let's go back in there. I forget how many runs we have. So there's 27 of these in total, so we should only need 810 stamina, and I've already got 860, so hopefully I have enough potato snacks to do that. I'm going to go ahead and blitz through these real quick and show you the numbers at the end. Okay, so I slightly miscounted. It's only the first few Season 1 things that are 60 stamina, but I've cleared out all the rest of these. I've got no more skips that I can do without paying Celis, and I'm not about to do that. Let's see how many tickets we got. So, or the boss battle tickets. We have 1,500 now boss battle tickets, which let's go ahead and do an EX run. I've got a pretty good team up there. Actually, you know what? I probably can get more rewards here with running this team. So I'm going to run this team. Actually, I'm going to take Alan off and throw Gareth on there just to get a little bit more rewards out of this. So I'm going to run this real fast. Shouldn't take but a minute, and then we'll see where we're at after that ticket-wise. All right, so Bet's currently going down. He should be done here in just a moment. Why are we not using Tiona? Where did Tiona go? Put Tiona back on. There we go. All right, so now that we have Bet down, we should get some... Once we skip here, we should retain all those bonus items. My bonuses could be a little bit better, I'll be honest, but it is what it is. Oh, I got a new record out of it, too. It's quite nice. Had I not auto-run it, I probably could get an S, so we'll probably mess with that later. But, nevertheless, let's do our skips real quick. And we should get max rewards out of that. Bonus is 51%. So, how many... We still have our 10 tickets there. How many more tickets did we yield? And for the box gacha, we've got another 50K. So, we'll be in the 40s at that point. Round 40-something, which is awesome. Just on 1 day's worth of farming. So once again, the farming is super worthwhile. Now, the big decision maker here. Where does that get us just on that alone? Not running Abyssal, just on that alone. How far can we get with Tiona? And let's do an unlock here. Okay, that would cost us 300. So that does get pricey. So maybe on rerunning this, I could actually fully fill out that line, which is pretty worth. Like, if you're doing a line a day here in the ability board, not like the 1980s, then you're actually doing pretty good, I would argue. Is a little pricey, but it's not insurmountable by any stretch. And we still have, what, like a week and change left on this? So that actually might be worthwhile. But for me personally, I'm going to go run some Abyssal, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So there you guys go. There's the lowdown. There's the breakdown. Go take advantage. And it's not just her. That's actually how I just finished Artemis's board. She's, like I said, I had her down here the third board wasn't filled out last week. And then just as of today, I filled out the last 2 of these. So this is all fresh on the back of that. So go take advantage. Because now with her, I'm going to start filling out the 3rd board. So like, share, comment. We got more to come, I think.